Hello and welcome to OC News. I'm Kimberly Flores.
And I'm Carly Robbins. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton. A big announcement from the top leader of the Secret Service. In the wake of the stunning security lapses and the day after a grilling on Capitol Hill, the head of the U.S. Secret Service announces her resignation. Karen Kaifa reports Washington what happened next for the agency tasked with keeping the president safe.
Amid immense pressure from both political parties, Julia Pearson, the embattled director of the Secret Service, is stepping down. Pearson took control of the service in 2013. Her tenure was marked by major security breaches. She submitted her resignation to the Secretary of Homeland Security. Pearson faced tough questions on Capitol Hill Tuesday over the recent security lapses. On September 19th, a 42-year-old man with a knife scaled a fence and ran into the White House, reaching the East Room before being caught by an off-duty officer. And in a separate incident on September 16th, an armed security contractor was allowed on an elevator with President Obama during a visit to the CDC in Atlanta.
It's clear that our security plan was not properly executed. This is unacceptable, and I take full responsibility, and I will make sure that it does not happen again.
But the political pressure only intensified Wednesday, with high-ranking Democrats and Republicans like Senators Chuck Schumer and Lindsey Graham calling for her resignation. Joseph Clancy, who worked in the Secret Service until 2011, will be acting interim director until Pearson's full-time replacement is named. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Protest leaders in Hong Kong are vowing to stay on the streets until they get what they want. But it doesn't look like China is willing to compromise in any way. CNN's Manisha Tank is on the street in Hong Kong as the evening crowd begins to swell.
So here are just a few of the slogans that we've spotted on our little walk around the protest. No matter what you do, we keep fighting for democracy till the end, and the protests are getting louder, the chants are getting louder, and one of the reasons why is because the temperature has dropped. Many more people have come out. It's much more bearable, a lot less humid than it was earlier. And also it being a public holiday, people did what they wanted to do during the day, but they knew they were going to come down here this evening. So numbers seem to be greater than they were a night ago. As we move towards the entrances to most of the government buildings where really these protests are focused, the crowd grows denser, and you have these stalls along the side where, again, you can get supplies. And every time a supply truck comes through, everyone applauds and lets them in, some of them playing loud music and really getting the crowd going. But what is really interesting, and I've had this conversation with a few of the protesters out here, is I'm asking, who's your leader? And people are saying, we don't really have a central leader, which is not how it seems from the outside. They're saying there are a lot of different groups here. We've all come together with one thing in mind. This is universal suffrage. That's really what we want. And so you have a lot of different groups under one umbrella. It's no wonder really that they're calling it the Umbrella Revolution. Manisha Tank, CNN, Hong Kong.
Bell Gardens Mayor Daniel Crespo was fatally shot by his wife Tuesday during an argument between the couple. Crespo, 45, was pronounced dead at the local hospital, authorities said. Crespo and his wife, Livette, got into an argument, then their son, Daniel Jr., tried to intervene. The father and son had a physical altercation. Livette had then grabbed a gun and shot her husband several times in the torso. Crespo was a former probation officer, and he was elected to the city council in 2001. Livette was detained by authorities for questioning, but later was released.
I had a chance to catch up with our current Assemblywoman Sharon Quirk-Silva over at her campaign headquarters. She invited students from all over the 65th Assembly District to learn about volunteering. Let's take a look. Assemblywoman Sharon Quirk-Silva invited students from all over the 65th Assembly District to spend a day learning about her campaign for re-election. Students from Chapman University, Cypress College, Fullerton College, and our very own Cal State Fullerton joined the Assemblywoman at her campaign headquarters on West Commonwealth. Cypress College student Charlotte Pearson talked about her interest in getting involved with politics.
At first I was just doing it for the internship, but after being here, I loved it. I've always been fascinated by politics. I think it's just like, it affects us on every level. It affects us, and I'm excited to be part of it.
Students teamed up in teams of 4 to walk precincts, work on literature, and help put lawn signs around the neighborhoods of the district. After an exciting morning of volunteering and talking to voters, students got to unwind while discussing issues they were passionate about. Assemblywoman Sharon Quirk Silva had a chance to thank the students and talk to them about the legislation she was currently working on. She had some exciting news to share with everybody.
That bill was just signed by the governor with myself and Colonel Rocky Chavez as principal co-authors. And again, that focus on veterans continues with our investment in many areas with putting funding into our county for veterans to get a liaison with our county veteran service officer funding and making sure they understand what they have earned as far as benefits and processing the disability. And even more exciting today was our historic day with the governor signing AB 1453, our Orange County Veterans Cemetery legislation.
Assemblywoman Sharon Quirk Silva is running for California's 65th Assembly District for the November 4th election. For OC News, I'm Kimberly Flores. We've had some relief from the sun lately with nice weather. We're hoping for it to start feeling like fall. Here's Shayna with more.
Hello and happy October. It is the first of the month and we have had some nice and sunny weather this week. Currently at 81 degrees and a low of 65 degrees tonight. Clear skies and 46% humidity. Wind speeds at 8 miles an hour. The sun rose at 6:46 a.m. and will set at 6:36 p.m. tonight. Temperatures will be rising a little bit, so let's look at the 5-day forecast. Highs of 83 today with lows of 65 degrees. Thursday jumping up to a high of 98 degrees and lows of 67. Friday will hit the triple digits at a high of 101 degrees and by the evening will cool back down to a low of 67 degrees. The temperatures for this weekend will creep back down to highs of 99 degrees on Saturday with lows of 66 and partly cloudy. And on Sunday, highs of 95 degrees and lows of 66 degrees. Going to the national weather, showing the lows here, New York currently at 64 degrees and lows of 59 and cloudy. Looking at Miami, Florida at 89, partly cloudy, later with thunderstorms at 76 degrees. Chicago, Illinois, currently 61 with lows of 63 degrees tonight and rain. Denver, Colorado also getting rain tonight at lows of 40 degrees. Have a nice rest of the week. Take advantage of the warm weather and stay cool this weekend. So make sure to get your beach trips in before you start feeling the fall. When we come back, our very own Stephen Granato went to the Angels Stadium and took part and showed support in a special walk.
Titan TV is a student-operated facility maintained by students.
It's on the Cal State Fullerton campus, and it's a great opportunity for Cal State Fullerton students to get hands-on experience directly in a studio environment.
Working with Titan TV puts me in this professional environment. Everyone here is really fun to work with, and everyone just gets along so well. I'm having a great time.
Titan Radio is Cal State Fullerton's own radio station located in the basement of Pollock Library. Students can stop by and pick up an application during operating hours. Anyone who has a computer and internet can listen to us www.titanradio.org. A lot of people who want to pursue TV and film usually start out in radio, so it's always a great opportunity.
Another wild week in sports. Let's take a look at what's going on with Cal State Fullerton athletics and around Major League sports. So, men's soccer continued their recent surge of success against Grand Canyon University this past Sunday. Sophomore Mitchell Bell found the back of the net from Robert Conrado on the cross. The first goal of the season for Mitchell Bell, and this one led the Titans to victory 1-0. Women's soccer was on the opposite side of a one-goal game this past week. Rebecca Wilson scored the tying goal in the second half. but San Diego's Caitlin Kretschmeyer put away the game winner of Fullerton's keeper, Jennifer Stewart. Cal State Fullerton lost 2-1 and will begin non-conference play tomorrow at the University of Hawaii. The San Diego Chargers can't stop winning these days. Another victory and another big game from Phillip Rivers and from Eddie Royal. 2 more touchdown passes to Royal this past weekend and led the Chargers to their 3rd win in a row, beating the Jaguars 33-14. The Chargers will play the Jets in San Diego this upcoming Sunday. The San Francisco 49ers got back on track this weekend against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Niners handed the Eagles their first loss of the season, 26-21. Colin Kaepernick connected with Frank Gore for a 55-yard touchdown, which helped San Francisco to its 2nd win of the young season. The Kings and Ducks squared off in their 2nd and final preseason game against each other Sunday. The game in Anaheim brought plenty of offense. After winning in shootouts on Thursday, the Kings got goals from Robin Regier and a hat trick from Jeff Carter. The Ducks' 2-goal offense came from rookies Emerson Edom and Sammy Vatanen. The Kings went on to win the exhibition matchup 4-2. Now, if you didn't watch the lone MLB postseason game between the A's and Royals last night, boy, did you miss one for the ages. Take a look.
Salvador Perez at the plate. Perez looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 5. The winning run is at second. Now looking for a 2-out hit. Castro into left field. The Kansas City Royals are walking off into the ALDS.
Athletics in the bottom of the 12th to advance to the American League Division Series. The Royals will play October baseball for the first time since they won it all, get this, in 1985. They will head out to Anaheim to face the Angels in a best-of-5 series beginning tomorrow night. Now the MLB postseason continues on as we speak as the Giants and Pirates face off in the National League Wild Card game. The winner of tonight's game will head over to the Washington to face the Nationals in the NLDS. And the Dodgers will begin their postseason run on Friday when they take on the St. Louis Cardinals at Chavez Ravine. It's a battle of aces with Adam Wainwright and Clayton Kershaw squaring off in Game 1, which will no doubt be entertaining. First pitch is scheduled for 3:30 Pacific. That's what's going on in sports. I send it back on over to Kimberly and Carly.
Still ahead on OC News, we will have a complete look at all the entertainment news.
Financial advisor is being accused of committing one of the largest investment frauds in the history of the United States.
I guess we're not going to Aspen. That's fine. You see, I like tennis balls. He likes insider trading. So he's going to jail and I'm going to a shelter. And no, they're not the same thing. Shelters are for good pets that want to be adopted. Jails are for criminals. I've done nothing. Uh-oh. Okay, I stole a cheeseburger once on my dog.
George Clooney stars in his own real-life romance, and Justin Bieber went on a romantic with someone new. Here's Miriam Samudio with the story.
With all this wedding fever going on, the city of Pasadena hosted the Bridal Expo this past weekend, where love was in the air. Here is Shayna Vidal with the story.
Anything needed to plan a wedding could be found last Sunday at the Pasadena Convention Center. Future brides of all kinds came to do research for the big day. Some vendors had hot deals that can really help when planning. The average wedding in America is around $30,000, so couples try planning around a budget. There were even deals for the grooms.
A wedding is a day that many girls dream about, but when it comes to planning, some don't know where to start. Here at the Bride World Expo, there's everything and more a girl can imagine for her special day. Everything from DJs to photographers and even teeth whitening is found here.
Things can become overwhelming with so much to pick from. Vendors had their setups to show exactly what they offered. There were even some wedding planners at the event. The calendar can add up quick. Other brides started planning early. Even then, the expo was helpful.
Okay, I'm one of those OCD people, so my wedding planning started when I was like 3. I would definitely recommend people coming to the exposition because it's honestly something that I've never thought of doing, but since, I don't know, I always saw signs and stuff around, but it's something super fun to do, and it helps you kind of like organize your thoughts and get a little bit more prepared. It's exciting. It makes you get excited for your wedding too.
Events like these can be helpful to brides, especially brides who don't know what to expect when planning their wedding. As you can see, there are people still lining up for the expo in search of great inspirations for their special day. In Pasadena, Shayna Vidal, OC News.
Justin Bieber and Kendall Jenner were spotted having dinner in Paris on Sunday. Kendall Jenner, the reality star, was one of the runway models for Givenchy fashion show. But wait, I thought the Biebs went to Paris with Selena Gomez. That raises the question, who is he dating now? Now for all you furry friend lovers, the Pasadena Humane Society hosted the Wiggle Waggle Walk, raising money for abandoned and homeless animals. Once again, here's Shayna with the story.
The 16th annual Wiggle Waggle Walk fundraiser was held this weekend at Brookside Park. It is the largest fundraiser for the Pasadena Humane Society, which started in 1998, and they've raised more than $2 million since then.
I'm here with Chico at the Wiggle Waggle Walk, and the Pasadena Humane Society is trying to reach $375,000 to help animals in need with food, shelter, and medical needs.
More than 2,000 people attend the walk every year because of their passion to take care of animals.
Adopt a dog.
Adopt a dog.
Or spay and neuter.
Adopt a chihuahua.
Both of these are rescues, and there's just too many dogs that are unwanted, and so that's how we just kind of support them.
This day gave animals a chance to mingle and their owners a chance to hang out with fellow animal lovers in their community.
And as of this morning, before the walk even started, we had already raised $303,000, and that's not counting any of the donations we'll get in today or any of the walkers that registered today. So,
with the choice of a 1 or 3 mile walk, thousands of animal lovers joined in on the fun. They exceeded their goal, making over $375,000, and it was a successful day for everyone. From Pasadena, this is Shayna Vidal, OC News.
I'm Kimberly Flores.
And I'm Carly Robbins. We'll see you on the next edition of OC News. Have a nice night.